The finals closed beta has finally arrived this morning. Since it was announced a few months back, I've been pretty excited for it. So when I got the email that I could join the beta, you bet your sweet bippy I jumped right in. And the game is great. I'm really enjoying my time with it so far, but it's far from perfect, and I'd like to share my thoughts as to why that is. First, if you're unfamiliar with the finals, it's a brand spanking new title from Embark Studios, who has made other such games as Arc Raiders, which is also not yet released. And that's it. In that light, you could call the finals Embark's debut into the gaming world. The game revolves around 4 teams of 3 contestants in a virtual game show, essentially an old school arcade brought to life in a hella futuristic modern setting. It's pretty and flashy with lots of beeps and boops and really tickles the joy center of my monkey brain. The core gameplay loop tasks these 4 teams to run around an impressively large and expansive map to capture vaults filled with cash. Teams grab these vaults, which are actually more like safes than entire bank vaults, and chuck them into cash out stations. These stations must then be fortified and guarded to claim the money inside, and the team with the most money at the end of the 8-minute round wins. It's fairly simple as far as gameplay loops go, but is actually a lot of fun. The tension increases for both defending and attacking teams, as opponents can steal your loot right out from under you, or just waste your team to be brash and slash your cash. There are 3 distinct contestants you can play as, each with their own loadouts and abilities: light, medium, and heavy build. If you've ever played Brink, you'll be familiar with this system. Light runs fast and has a grapple hook, but dies when someone sneezes on them. Medium is medium with medium health and medium speed and has an AK for medium damage, but they can heal teammates, so that's cool. Heavy has a minigun with lots of health and moves really slowly. So does the Heavy in the finals, but they get an LMG and a rocket launcher. The finals is really pretty. It's built in Unreal Engine and really makes the most of it. I mentioned earlier the maps are really big with lots of detail. Intricate pathways, interactive doors, lots and lots of zip lines. They each feel really fun to move around on. Climbing up to a roof or escaping through a window and juking your opponent is exciting, until you accidentally walk off the edge and fall to your death because this game has bottomless pits for some reason. Visually, the graphics are really appealing. There's a lot of lag in the game, which is a big issue, and I'll touch on that shortly. But I dropped the game to its minimal settings, mostly to try and fix that, and it still looks really impressive, so good job there, devs. Something unexpected but absolutely welcome was the destructible environment. Explosives like the RPG and grenades, as well as other abilities, namely the Heavy's charge attack, smash open walls, floors, and ceilings for new vantage points and to attack cowards camping in corners. The level destruction in the finals is halfway between Battlefield and Teardown, and didn't hitch my computer at all, even while recording, which is really impressive. Having said that, bigger isn't always better. It can be frustrating to lose an opponent in a building with 1,000 rooms. Part of me wonders if the finals was meant to be a battle royale before they changed it to what it is now, but that's speculation on my part. There's a lot of buildings and a lot of rooms, which for a game with only 12 people in it is a lot to get through. That said, there's a lot of wide open spaces in the maps too. One of which, the Skyrise map, let me pick at an enemy from across the entire map through one massive sightline. I mean, I couldn't hit Jack, but I tried. Everything about this game feels really good. Not quite perfect, but good. The movement is smooth and fluid, with each character having the ability to slide, climb, use zip lines, and sprint regardless of who you play. The guns are, admittedly, a little lackluster. That could be down to the lag present throughout the entire game, but they just didn't quite click for me, except when the mag was empty, which was quite often because the bullets don't deal a lot of damage, if they even register a hit in the first place. Each character has a set of unique abilities, weapons, grenades, and gear. This loadout can't be changed in-game, which is somewhat frustrating if you're trying out new stuff, and realize that you've essentially cucked yourself by bringing a knife to a rocket launcher fight. These abilities are pretty cool in their own right though. The light character has a grapple hook, which works exactly the way I want it to in games like this. Long distance, instant grab, plenty of mid-air movement, and you can fling yourself up just a bit if you didn't quite hook it where you need it. Light also comes paired with super lightweight weapons, a pistol, a small SMG, a knife, and a DMR. In the full game, it seems we'll also see a shotgun, a sniper rifle, and a sword. Oh, and they have a cloaking ability too, but grapple hook, so shut up. The medium contestant has a healing beam. You heal teammates. Look at you go. Quintessential healer with medium health and self-defense. They also come standard with an AK, a pump-action grenade launcher, a revolver, and a cowboy rifle. Finally, the Big Chungus, equipped with an M60 LMG, a flamethrower, a sledgehammer, and a rocket launcher.
Oh, that's a lot of damage!
Also, their charge slam ability crushes walls and opponents alike, perfect for making new doorways without the 6-week waiting period to get government approval. Just walk through the wall, idiot! Okay, enough foreshadowing. I mentioned earlier this game was buggy, and boy howdy is it ever. During my first match, I noticed a distinct input delay of a good 300 to 500 milliseconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you know anything about ping, you know that's stupid high just for latency. But that's the thing, it is latency on your movements. I tried repeatedly to fix the issues, turning off VSync, disabling anti-aliasing, full screen mode, dropping the graphics. None of it made it either better or worse, so I did some digging. Turns out, this game has movement input registered server-side. What? Server-side movement. Who the hell thought that was a good idea? There's a very, very good reason nobody has ever done that before, and it's because if you're not sitting right next to the server, it makes the game damn near impossible to play. This clip is of me just testing out the movements, sliding about and checking out how everything works, but oh my god, the lag was unbelievable. Devs, if there's one thing you need to fix immediately, it's server-side movement. Make it client-side like everyone else. Though, another thing plaguing this 8-hour-old game is cheaters. The game has been out for less than 8 hours, and there are cheaters already. How? I'm actually impressed. 2 matches in a row, I encountered some guy with the rocket launcher, which normally only has 1 shot per life, firing an infinite amount of rockets with no reloads. The first time I encountered him, which was in my first ever match by the way, I thought it was an ability. Wow, that's pretty broken, I thought to myself, but nope, it's broken because it is. It's a cheat. I'd also like to briefly mention the Battle Pass in the game. Yeah, you heard me right. The closed beta, which only exists for 5 days, has a paid Battle Pass. What the fuck? Can I recommend the finals in its current state? Honestly, give it a shot. It's free, so you might as well. But I'm really glad this is just a beta because, wow, cheaters galore and the worst movement in any competitive shooter I've ever played are both massive turn-offs for me. Which, again, is really a shame because I want to love this game. Devs, I really hope you can get a patch out before the beta finishes because I am still cautiously excited for the full release. Just, you know, less so now. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you made it to the end, feel free to drop a sub and hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Make sure to drink water today. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Peace.